interesting thing to think about. I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but what is your dream life? Is it where you're at now? Is it something in the past? Is it something that you think about for the future? Is it all over your Pinterest boards? Is it perhaps something that you've seen in a Hallmark movie or likewise? I mean, what is it? What is your dream life? For me, I've always visioned myself living um, in the country. I've always, I've always dreamt and pictures myself living in a farm. Not so much like a horse, chickens type farm, but just a beautiful little farmhouse with some room to grow and room to run, room to live and breathe. But something not too far away from the city because I love the city too. I've always imagined having a house full of kids. Growing up, I wanted no less than four, and I wanted it all. Now, as I'm an adult, I realize that I am living a pretty good life now that I've gone through the trenches. I've had to work to get myself here, and I've had to overcome a lot to get here. But at the same time, I still dream. I still would love a house of my own that's not an apartment. I would love to have a fireplace and I would love to have a place where I can decorate for the holidays and put my own spin on things and let myself create my life in the way that I see fit. I want a life that I can plan to travel more. I want a life with an amazing husband that treats me amazing. I want companionship. I want it all. Um, I want to be able to raise my kids and I want to be able to send them to college. I want to be able to, um, I've always told myself I want to pay for the last 2 years of their college education because I feel like nowadays you can absolutely find a way to go to a local community college and earn your way to the university. I think that's the best way to do it, in my own opinion. Um, I honestly want to have a life where I'm smiling and laughing a heck of a lot more than I have in the past. I want to be able to have a life worth living. I want a life where I can work where I'm working outside of the home for many years to come, but I also want to build this brand too and build it into something that I can leave for my kids and have this become the legacy that they deserve. I want a life where I can continue to grow. I want a life where I can continue to be strong in ways that I never anticipated before. I want a life that I can choose and I can choose the benefits from. I certainly want a long life. I want a life that matters. And I certainly want to be able to walk away from every decision and say, you know what, it did this for me at this time. I want a life with a good attitude and I want a life of good morals and I want a life of consistency and integrity. I want a life that, I can explore more and develop more hobbies. I want a life to where I can get around on my own 2 feet and a life where I can just kind of be. I feel like I've lived a lot of life up until this point, and I'm honestly ready to explore. I'm ready to explore what everything means, and I'm ready to explore um, just genuine joy. What's your perfect life? I'd love to know.